Palmer here, and I am so stoked to bring to you today Cham Tang, a special guest from Authentic Education. He's the head of marketing and co-founder of Authentic Education, which is a BRW Fast 100 company. Cham is an online marketing and sales automation genius. I love that word, genius. And he's worked with Tony Robbins, Dr. John DeMartini, and over 350 businesses in Australia. They've spent over $500,000 on Facebook ads in the last 8 years. Cham has personally been mentored by Facebook and is a Facebook certified professional planner. He's absolutely passionate about helping people attract more prospects, and he can help you get a 500 return on investment on your advertising dollar or your marketing dollar, even if you are new to the game. Cham, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you going?
Thank you, Adaire. I'm going really well. I'm really excited to be here as well and share all my marketing knowledge with everyone.
Oh, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. First up, I just want to ask you, what is a Facebook certified professional planner? Did I get that right?
Yeah, you got that right. That's a good question. See, Facebook was getting a lot of people out there that were teaching them how to use Facebook ads, but then these people weren't getting good results. And then they went away thinking maybe Facebook ads don't work. So Facebook wanted a way to certify specific people to say, yes, you're qualified and you know your stuff when it comes to Facebook ads. So I went and did a rigorous test. I mean, it's this online test, but you have to get a high pass mark. From memory, it's like 80%. But they get you in a room and they make sure there's no one else in the room. Your webcam must stay on the entire time of the test. You can't have anything within arm's reach of you except a laptop. No pens, no water bottles. They actually asked me to roll up my sleeves to make sure that I wasn't cheating or doing anything like that. So it's a full-on exam.
That's really rigorous, isn't it? And
Yeah.
do you know that, I mean, it's something that obviously there would be quite very few people that would be hold that certification. So
I've actually never met anyone that said that they were a Facebook certified planner besides me. It happened about 2 years ago. So it's only been around about 2 years.
Yes.
But I'm the first person that I've ever physically met that also said they were a certified planner.
Well, that's amazing, Cham, and I think that's it's a new industry that's just starting to come out. I was listening to Gary Vee the other day and in Crushing It, and he was just saying this one, what we're doing here with Facebook Lives and marketing, and we might think that that some people are sort of they're a bit over it because they've been sort of trying it and poking at it for a couple of years, but this whole industry and the technology and what we can do here is just I think it's just very early days, and what we can is very exciting. I find it very exciting.
It's the best time to be a marketer or a small business owner now. It's the best time in the world. I mean, I was just talking to someone a couple of nights ago. They said they spent $3,500 on ads in the local newspaper, and guess how many leads they got? Zero leads. $3,500. It's unbelievable. Whereas with Facebook, you'd be looking at anywhere between 30 to 300 leads for that amount of money. It's crazy.
It is. It's absolutely the best ROI, and we will speak about that. I would just like to share that we've got some people here who have jumped into to join us this morning. We've got Claire Johnston's giving us some love hearts. Roy is the organizer of the local spiritual and wellness fairs. And Cham and Ben Harvey, his business partner, do a lot of work with people that we've got here through Authentic Education. Mandy's saying, she had to go through her mobile as computer froze. You might know Mandy Lyons. I think she's done lots of courses with Authentic Ed. And Tracy's here. Annie's here. Theoni's here. Theoni's commenting as her page. Jerry and Theoni Rusianos, everybody's other favourite gin and tonic. Theoni's actually fundraising.
My mobile phone here alongside. So I'm following along as well as we go.
Yeah, I think it's you must have better internet there. Broadband must favour Sydney because I've got mine still yet to start. So I might have to refresh that. So we've got a heap of people here which are we've got, Lavina Lee and Linda is saying she would love to be here live for this one. So, and we've also got Rebel Web Solutions, one of Joe Lockery. He's a web designer and he pops in every Friday, and there's the link to become a Facebook certified planner if you want. So he can dig those things out, which is pretty awesome. So everybody,
you only got to study for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, yes, just give up that part of your life that you'll never know. Actually, I think that since you've invested so much time and energy and knowledge in getting this professional planning certification from Facebook, let's pick your brains while we're here. So
yeah.
So Cham, just give us an idea of, if people have questions for Cham, please put them up here and we'll put them up and ask any questions. But I'm really, I have attended your workshops and your seminars, and I'd just like to give a shout out first to what you do, because it's amazing what yourself and Ben Harvey do in terms of travelling around Australia and helping people. So while I get organised to put up a little thing about that, can you just share with us a little bit about that and why you do it too?
Yes, we run a one-day event, which happens to be free. It's called Marketing Your Message. And in that event, I go through all the 7 marketing methods that I would only recommend. Because when I first started Authentic Education back in 2009, I didn't know anything about marketing. And we were trying so many trial and error marketing methods like snail mail and networking. We went to the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival. We did a lot of stuff like meetups. Some stuff worked, some stuff didn't. But the only 7 methods that work, which we personally use till this day and our marketing students use, I go through at Marketing Your Message and explain how to use those things, as well as a little bit of mindset, not too much mindset, probably about 10% mindset, because a lot of mindset things hold people back, such as, should I outsource it, or maybe I'm not good with technology. So we go through those things at Marketing Your Message, which I think you're putting in the chat box. But if you want to check it out, it's authenticeducation.com.au/marketing for that one.
Okay, so the easy way to get your link for that and using Chatbots linked in with live broadcast, all you need to do is type market, and I've got a little thing I don't know if you can see it here. You might be able to see it on your mobile, Cham. Type market in the comments, and what that will do is it will take you directly to, it will actually land in your inbox, a message that says to claim your free spot in the capital cities across Australia. And I know we're going. I've already registered to come to one in Adelaide on the 24th of June, and I know a few people that in my little echo chamber have decided that they're coming along too. So we're getting people now that are typing market into the chatbot, and they will.
Great technology, by the way. I feel like a TV star with the little thing, my name there, and the little coming soon at the bottom.
Just a shout out to BeLive TV. This is an amazing platform. When we go live streaming, I started off with native to Facebook live streaming, and then I saw the amazing Mari Smith. Have you heard of Mari Smith? Talking about. No. I've got to check her out. She's brilliant. Talking about Facebook. She's actually the queen of Facebook. We call her the queen of Facebook. She was using BeLive TV, and I saw these little features, and I went, I like what she's having. And so I tracked it down, and it turned out to be BeLive TV. So it really does. Having a program like this, I think, enhances what you're doing. So it is, the new way forward. We're talking earlier about new technology and new things happening every day, and things changing, the landscape changing, and even with the ads platform. Now, share us a little bit about the ads platform and how that might look, because what I found, Cham, is myself, I've been guilty of it myself, and a lot of other people that I know will just hit the boost button, or they'll go into the platform and they'll just go, oh my Lord, or they'll just do a random, there's no strategy attached to what they're doing. Like I said, I've been there myself, and I know that just talking about wasting time and energy and resources. So how can you help us pull all that into something that's actually going to have systems and flow?
Yeah, so what I would do first of all is I teach a 3-step method, and it's called FBI. The first one is you want to find your ideal client. You want to, in your mind, have a good picture of your ideal client, not a target range like, you know, a lady who's 30 to 50 who maybe lives here or there, but one specific person. So if you can think about the best client you ever dealt with, who loved what you had to say, had the money to spend, was a raving fan, actually think about that person, give them a name, such as Sharon, 45 years old. She's a HR consultant. Here is her likes and dislikes. Here's the courses she's done in the past. You want to get that image of that person because it helps you whenever you're doing a piece of marketing, like you're looking at a camera right now, you have to imagine your ideal client, as an example, Sharon, is going to see the message. Whenever you're typing out an email or writing a Facebook ad, you want to imagine Sharon. So the first part of the ad is actually not the ad. It's thinking about who the audience is. Then going into Facebook and selecting that audience, you can select based on age, sex, interests, but a lot of other things people don't realize. So as an example, you can select a really cool thing called a lookalike audience. If you've got an existing list of customers, let's say at least 150 emails or mobile phone numbers, you can upload those to Facebook, and it will turn 150 of your best clients or prospects into 150,000 people that you can now market to. It's kind of cheating in a way, but it's the best thing. The other thing you can do, if you've got a website right now, people are coming to your website and they're disappearing. You can remarket to them, or even better, what you can actually do, you can turn all of your website visitors into a lookalike audience. So if you had a couple of hundred visitors over the last week or something, you can turn those couple of hundred into 150,000. So first, it's all about the audience. Then the B in FBI stands for beginner relationship. So you want to think about how you can give them something first. So you might think of a special free report, a complimentary strategy session, a webinar, evening event, or something like that. And then the I stands for increase the value, where once you give that free thing to them, you want to think, what's the next step? They have the strategy session. The next step is you ask them if they want to buy, a 10-week boot camp program with you, or you sell them a course or whatever it is. So that's the FBI. Find your ideal client, begin a relationship by giving them something free, and then I is increase the value, a little step at a time.
That is really, really good. Now, you go over these in your free seminars that you run, and they're full-day seminars. So people who've just joined us, this is Cham Tang from Authentic Education. Thank you so much for joining us. Type market in the comments if you want more information, because Cham's doing a roadshow. He does regular roadshows, and they're in your capital city. You'll get a link that will take you to the Authentic Education page to actually sign up and come along to one of Cham's free seminars. So what I wanted to do was ask if people had questions. We had a few more people join us, like I mentioned. We've got Marie Claire here. She loves BeLive, and they're all having a little party down there without us, Cham. Marie's going, hey, Linda, thanks for sharing. If you have any questions for Cham, please ask them now. I just want to say that you are sitting here with a Facebook certified professional planner. If you don't take this opportunity and ask some questions, you better sign up and come along to his seminar. So Theoni is saying, she's saying, hang on, she might have had two conversations happening here. Oh, she's already signed up. I told her, and I know if she thinks it's worthwhile, I need to be there. Ask no questions. That is awesome. Thanks, Theoni. Thanks. And she's saying they do know what they just do, that email from Facebook. Oh, they do what the email from Facebook tells them. They do, and boost posts without, their ideal client being clear. Yes. That's a really good one. Now, that goes back to the first comment you made, Cham, which was being really clear about your target profile. Who is it that you want to talk to?
Right. This whole boost post thing, by the way, when Facebook says boost post, I guess that's Facebook's way of trying to get you hooked into placing an ad with a really simple method. But boost post is what I would essentially call hope marketing, where you just hit a button and you hope that it works. It's not the best way to run your ads. just because a post is getting 35% more likes than your other posts doesn't mean you should boost it, because Facebook recommends, you could reach 500 more people if you throw $10 at this. If you put an inspirational quote up, yeah, sure, it got more likes than the other ones, but that doesn't mean that's actually going to lead you to more clients, which at the end of the day, you don't want more followers, you don't want more likes and comments and shares. You want more people who will actually engage in a conversation with you, a meaningful one. At the end of that conversation, they may end up purchasing your service or your product. So boosting posts randomly because Facebook recommended it is a bit of hope marketing, a bit of hopium, which I don't recommend.
Hopium, I like that. And also, Cham, I know that Facebook actually, I think they put the boost button there on purpose to see the amateurs will boost, and the ones who ones who want to, put a bit more time and energy and invest in creating their marketing funnels and thinking about it strategically and creating their campaigns, they're the ones that are actually going to ignore the boost button, come to your seminars and find out how to do it properly. So let's I have a couple of questions. We've got Effie, if I can find it. It's going nuts down there in the comments. And thank you for joining us and commenting. Effie, love you to bits, gorgeous girl. You've got to come along. This is for you too. She wants to know, do you have to get permission from people now to get their email addresses? That's a good question.
Yes, you do. It's always been there. To get their email or mobile phone number, if you're going to contact them, you should get their permission. You don't always have to explicitly get their permission. You don't always have to say, hey, by giving your details to me, you're agreeing to be on my monthly newsletter or anything like that. But a lot of times people realize now, if they're putting their details in to download something or get a freebie, they know that you're being added to their list. So that's totally fine. As long as you give them an option to unsubscribe via either email, or if you're SMSing them, to unsubscribe via SMS, then that's fine. I mean, technically, some people think, what is spam, what isn't spam? It's not about the technical definition of spam. The technical definition of spam is unsolicited email where I didn't give you permission. I don't care about that definition. I care about the human definition of spam. The human definition of spam is, I wasn't expecting this. So I may have given you my email address, but if you email me every hour trying to sell me something, well, I wasn't expecting this. I'm going to click the spam button in Gmail or Hotmail or Yahoo. And that human definition of spam is more important than the technicality of spam. So just do what people would expect. That's it.
And I think the other thing is do what you would like have done to you.
Exactly. The golden rule of life.
Now, Roy here has asked, how do you get your customers to review sites so that you are higher in Google? Now, I don't know whether he's saying your Facebook page or your website. Probably both are just as important, because having a broader media strategy. So go for it.
A couple of ways to do that. You could look at your best clients and then ask them, hey, I know you've enjoyed my services, etc. Send them a personal email and then send them a link, and include, if it's quite difficult to do, include some bullet point instructions of how they should review. If it's not your existing clients, what you want to do is ask people to review at their highest point of inspiration. So when they're most inspired, usually people are most inspired when they just purchased from you or the service just got delivered. So I sell courses as an example. When someone originally just purchases a course, you might ask for a review. Or when you deliver the course, during the actual course, you ask for the review. So whenever someone receives your product, receives your service, and obviously they're happy with it, ask them to do a review. And usually I give a reason for the review. And it's out of the kindness of people's hearts. So I know that you enjoyed the service. To help other people enjoy the service just like you have then, would you mind doing a short review so they know that this service or product is good, unlike some of the other ones out there?
That's brilliant. Thanks, Cham, for that. And I think that we need to be thinking about that all the time as part of, there's lots of stuff that we need to think about, but actually thinking about creating social proof and getting people to continue to support what we do. And if you are adding value, people are more than happy to do that. But we have to ask them, because people don't often offer it without actually being prompted to. So now we've got a person here who's now pronounced Coco. Coco has had a question about how we do the slidey thing across the side. And I'll just find my agenda. This one, type market in the comments.
Yeah, the slidey thing across the bottom.
The slidey thing across the bottom that makes us feel like newsreaders. Type market in the comments to claim your free spot in Marketing Your Message, which is the title of Cham's seminars in the capital city that you live in Australia only. And Coco, you will need to go back into the BeLivers group. He's part of our BeLivers community, and we will be able to get you sorted there. So we can't, at this point, this isn't a BeLive TV tutorial. So let's go back to the comments. There's so many, and like I said, they're having a right old party down here. Rob has asked, is there still value in building page likes to improve organic reach? Organic reach seems to be dead. Would you say it's pay to play now? That's a fantastic question.
It is a fantastic question. So Facebook, in a way, did a little bit of a bait and switch on us. When Facebook first came out, everyone create a page. It's going to be awesome. And then if you had 1,000 likes and you posted on your Facebook fan page, it might go to all of those people. But then after a while, it became a pay-to-play system because the news feed got crowded. So now if you've got 1,000 likes, an average post might get about 5% reach. So 1,000 likes, 50 people might see it. If it's a really good post, maybe 100 or 200, but it has to be an unbelievably great post for even 25% of people to see it. It almost never happens. If you want to reach those other people, that other 90 to 95%, you need to pay a little bit of money to boost posts and things like that. Is it worth it now to boost those posts? Like I mentioned before, that's a little bit of hope marketing. But should you pay to get more likes? It's okay to pay to get more likes, but only if they're the right kind of person. So it's not okay to pay to get likes in, let's say, a third world country. You could get likes for 1 or 2 cents a like, but that actually hurts you more than helps you. I know that there are some people out there with Facebook fan pages. They might have hundreds and thousands of likes, but a lot of those likes aren't real. And the way you can tell that they're not real is because when they post something, they don't get a high amount of likes like you would expect. If someone has got 100,000 likes versus 1,000 likes, you'd assume that you'd be getting 100 times more likes on a page that has 100,000 likes as opposed to 1,000. But quite often that isn't the case. I've seen pages with 100,000 likes. They do a post, and that post only gets like 15 likes. It shouldn't be like that. That post should be getting 150 likes if you've got that. So that's
I've seen that as well. I'm a passionate Facebook page watcher. I love to see what other people are doing and how they're doing it. I would like to say also to Rob, just keep in mind that if you are not active, if you want to scale your business, and Cham, again, go if you're in a capital city in Australia, go to the seminar because Cham will teach you how to scale your business. If you're not active on your Facebook business page, you are, because some people go, well, I get more engagement when I go live or I do a post on my personal profile. That's fine, but you're not going to scale doing that. So maybe some of your thoughts around that.
Yeah, so you can get more scale by doing now Facebook Lives like we're doing here, because Facebook is now favoring that. I mean, when Facebook Live first came out, the way they do it is when something first comes out, they push it. So you get favoritism in the news feed. It used to be when you went live, all your friends got a notification instantly that you're live. They stopped doing that, and now Facebook Live is still being promoted, but there could come a time where Facebook Live now is like any other post. My prediction, though, is that won't ever happen. Why? Because human beings, they don't like going live. They don't like public speaking. So if you can overcome that little bit of a hurdle of presenting and going live, then you're at a competitive advantage to most people. I also talk about presentations and public speaking at the Marketing Your Message event. A lot of people don't realize, but presenting is part of marketing. Why? Because people quite often, they buy you before they buy your product or service, especially if you're a small business. You want to be the face of the business. But even if you're not a small business, if you think of Apple and Steve Jobs, Every time Apple launched a new product, iPhone, iPod, iPad, it was always Steve Jobs live on stage. They've got an unlimited marketing budget. They could have picked any way they wanted to release a product, but they picked live presentations because they know people are buying Steve Jobs as much as they're buying that product.
And they are, absolutely. Fiona's made a comment here. We get strategic with posts to shoot the reach through the roof. The matrix system works amazingly well. Collaborate with other like-minded people. That's something that we do. We've got engagement pods where, we create them amongst ourselves with we call it net friending. It's not networking because it's around net friending. So it's about the relationship building, which is part of what you're talking about with your FBI. So, and so we do, but most people, I find that they will put a post on their page or do a live, and they'll go, well, that didn't work. But I think we need to think about it long term and strategically, and have it. We're actually down to the wire, Cham. I know I did want to talk to you, ask you about the funnels, but we're going to have to maybe make another time. Just if Effie has one more question. Has Chatbots changed? And are you allowed to have automated messages back to clients? I'm happy to give a quick answer to that one.
Yeah, go for that one, because with Chatbots, I know it just came out. I've done a little bit of testing on it, but for me personally, it's been a little bit too robotic. Obviously, it's a chatbot. And therefore, I haven't really been investing too much time into it right now because I've been so busy doing the things that have been working and growing them more. But I'd love to hear what you have to say about chatbots.
Yeah, no, I think, Effie, that is a great question, because a few weeks ago, Facebook actually paused chatbots. If you had them attached to your page, you could continue to use them. But because of the GDPR and all the privacy issues that have come up recently, they had paused chatbots, and the people that wanted to attach them to their page were no longer able to. It actually hasn't, I think it's enhanced and depends on how you use it. Like, we're using a chatbot today. If I say type markets in the comments to claim your free spot with a link to Cham's page where you'll get all of the seminars across Australia, you can book in straight away. You don't have to go anywhere. It comes to you. And we make it easy. So we're using chatbots to make it easy for you to connect. Also did a broadcast 5 minutes before this live started. I usually do one broadcast a week, but I also, as long as you offer for people to opt out, and if people type stop and opt out, it's exactly the same with email marketing, as Cham was saying. You can just type unsubscribe and you can stop. You don't have to be part of it. So that's chatbots, but that's a whole different. That's new. Again, it's new, evolving technology. There's so much new stuff coming.
Was there another question, or are we ending it here?
That's all right. I'm sorry, I was getting a little bit of a roll there. Cham, I think we will wind it up, because we probably get lots more questions if we keep going. It's nearly 10 a.m., but did you have any final comments that you'd like to make?
My final comment is that a lot of people don't realize, but the main thing with marketing, first of all, is you need to enjoy it. So I personally enjoy marketing because I see it as connecting with people, even if sometimes they're not physically here with me in a Facebook Live or email. But you need to develop that love for marketing, whether it's connection or creativity or excitement or wealth building, whatever it is, because you're not going to do something for very long or persist at it if you don't enjoy it. So just start to fall in love with the variety, the excitement, the creativity, the passion, the connection of marketing, like I do. And that's the first step, the mindset part to success, as opposed to getting into the Facebook ads platform and being overwhelmed with all the bells and whistles. Just enjoy the adventure of discovering something new.
That's actually a really, really good comment, because what I find, and you've probably found this too, Cham, is that most people don't get into business to be marketers, and then they go, well, yeah, I didn't sign up for this, which is why you must type market in the comments and go to Cham's seminars across Australia, because he'll teach you how to.
5:30 to 5:45 p.m. We're doing all the major cities: Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Adelaide, Gold Coast, Parramatta, and Perth. We're flying to Perth as well.
This is brilliant. Cham, thank you so much for joining me. I'm just going to drop you out of the show while I wind it up. Please don't go anywhere. We'll just touch base in a minute when I've just closed the broadcast. So thank you so much, Cham. Really appreciate your time and your knowledge.
No worries. You're welcome.
That was Cham Tang from Authentic Education, who talked to us about marketing your message. He is doing a roadshow, regular roadshows around Australia and the capital cities. Type market in the comments if you would like to join. If you're not in Australia, please keep in touch, because I'm sure that these guys are going to get big, big, big. They already are big, and they will get bigger. Lots of potential for global assistance here. I'm Adaire Palmer. This is Friday Facebook Fix, and thank you again for joining me on Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you at the same time next week, and social media with Adaire, 9:30 a.m. Australian Central Standard Time for Friday Facebook Fix. Bye for now.